Hey guys, and welcome back to Wellness Wednesdays. This is your Wellness Wednesday post. So today we're going to talk about protecting your peace. Yes, protecting your peace and how important that is. There's so many different ways that we can protect our peace, and it's just important for you to figure out the one that works best for you, whether that's setting boundaries or that's saying no. One thing it's good to understand is that you have the power to create the life you want, right? That's the beginning, is creating the life you want and teaching people how to live in the life you've created. That's teaching them how to love you. That's teaching them how to protect you. That's teaching them how to be a friend to you. That's teaching them how to show up in your life. You are responsible for letting people know how to show up in your life. And so when it comes to protecting your peace, that also is something that you are in charge of. You protect your peace. You'll say no when you don't really want to. You'll leave certain situations even when it might be a little uncomfortable. It's recognizing that I don't need to be a part of this. It comes down to making those decisions. And sometimes those decisions are harder than others, but they're necessary for the growth of our mental and for the protection of our peace. Protecting peace to me in my life is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is important for me because I was a former people pleaser. I people pleased to my core because I felt like it was important for me to show others how I could show up in their life. When I had it all backwards, I need to worry about how I show up in my own life because I am the director of my own life. I am the captain of my own ship. I am directing the path to where I am going, not other people, not your mama, not your daddy, not your boyfriend, not even your children. You direct your own path. Being a former people pleaser, I feel like is the catalyst or the number one occupation when it comes to not protecting your peace because people that people please do not protect their peace because they're people pleasing. There is no peace. They got to do what everyone else wants them to do in order to please them and they forget about themselves. When you're a people pleaser, you get lost in the pleasing of people. You get lost in what your identity is because you don't have an identity. Your identity is whatever somebody says you are, not who you are in your core, not who you are when you just show up as your normal self and your authentic self. Does protecting your peace mean every week I need a day to myself because I work with X, Y, and Z, or I do this X, Y, and Z. And so one day out of the week, I'm going to protect my peace and I'm not going to answer any phone calls. 1 hour out of my day, I'm going to dedicate it to me and I'm going to go to therapy. Protecting your peace is a full-time job. You're doing it every day. You're doing it every time you meet somebody new. You're doing it every time you get a new job. You're doing it every time you experience something new on your journey because life is a journey. There's no one-time stop to anything. It's a continuous motion of healing, growing, maturing, protecting your peace, maturing your thoughts, and recognizing that you are just as important as the people you are pleasing. You deserve help. You deserve love. You deserve to have a giver. And you also deserve a cheerleader. You shouldn't have to worry about being all of those things for one person and never being any of those people to your own self. If nobody loves you, who will? Will you love yourself? If nobody protects you, who will? Will you protect yourself? Those are the questions that you need to ask yourself when it comes down to, am I protecting my peace? Or am I causing more chaos in my life than I actually want? What does protecting your peace look like for you in your life? How will you show up for yourself while still loving others, but also providing a gentle guard to protect certain things about yourself? I'm going to help you, but I can't help you that far. I can give you some money, but I can't give you all of my savings. I can give you time, but I can't give you my whole day. You see what I'm saying? It's not saying that you won't be there to help people. It's not saying that I need to just give up and never help anyone. It's I'm going to spread my time, my energy evenly because I have to have enough for myself. I have to have enough time for myself to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. I have to have enough love for myself in order to love on me enough when there's nobody else to love on me. I have to have enough to keep in my cup so that I'm not pouring my cup empty to somebody that cannot pour back into me. You see what I'm saying? Protecting your peace is connected to all of those things. So let go of your people pleasing attitude and learn how to protect my peace, but also be a supporter. Protect my peace, but also be a lover. Protect my peace, but also be a cheerleader. How can you balance those things? It's a dance. And everyone's journey, everyone's thought process, everyone's list of protections will look different to everyone. Mine's looks different than my best friends, than my mom's, than my siblings. There's no right way or wrong way. It's the way you feel like you want to be treated, how you want to protect yourself in times where you feel like you need protection. How do you love on yourself without feeling negative for loving on yourself? Because that's the other thing that comes with protecting your peace. You might feel a little guilty for doing so. And I would just argue to say that feeling guilty is just you unlearning things that you've learned. It's letting go of a way you used to be and walking into a new person. And that can be foreign, that can be strange, that can feel weird and uncomfortable. And a lot of the times when you're healing and you're learning to set these new boundaries and you're learning how to protect yourself, it is uncomfortable in the beginning because you may feel bad. Hey, I might not be able to be there for the people that I said that I would always be there for. But you have to remember the times that I was there, was I drained? Did I feel depleted? Did I feel weak? Or what about the times where I needed the support? Did I have the peace? Did I have the protectors? Did I have the cheerleaders? Those are questions and situations that you should evaluate when you're creating this new identity of self, when you're like, I don't want to people please anymore. And I want to protect my peace because the last time I gave so much, I felt so drained. The last time I showed up, nobody else showed up for me. The last time, let it be the last time. And this time, I can have balance. I can still give and be a supporter, but I still got me. So, what does that look like for you? What are some things that you can do to start protecting your peace? And what are some things that you can also do when you start feeling guilty for protecting your peace? Like giving yourself grace, maybe saying a prayer, maybe actually sharing with the person how, I know I will always usually be there, but this time I just hope you would understand that I can't. And if I can be there the following time or whatever, then I will. It's being able to have those uncomfortable conversations. It's being able to live and work through that uncomfortability. I don't even know if that's a word. Being able to live with being uncomfortable, working through times when I have to be uncomfortable, when saying no feels uncomfortable, when I would much rather say yes because it's easier than saying no. Sometimes practicing that will build that muscle, and the next time you have to say no, it becomes easier and you don't feel as guilty. And you'll find ways to say it too that people will have more understanding and more respect when you're setting those boundaries, when you're protecting your peace. And the people that don't respect your new boundaries and don't want to help you protect your peace, that gives you the answer to how these people want to show up in your life anyway. So that's a win-win for you because why have people around that don't care about your peace? Instead, have people around that'll say, you know what, I understand. So I'll ask next time. Or you know what, I understand, let me give you a break, or I understand, let me be there for you. When you decide to make these changes in your life, you start to see who's there for you and who's not, who's real and who's not. And that's not to say that these people are evil and they're out to get you or have a vendetta against you. That's not it at all. It's really the person's mental capacity to step outside of themselves to help you like you've done for them. Because when you do help people, you do step out of yourself. I am being selfless and not selfish. And that's how others have to show up in your life as well. And that's how protecting your peace shows up as well. You're being a little selfish with yourself, and that's okay. Being a little selfish with yourself is okay because, again, who is going to love you more than you? Who is going to protect you more than you? We can't depend on others to fill this void, this peace, this happiness, whatever. It's left up to us to build that. So I encourage you to write down a few things that you could protect your peace from and come up with a plan of how you're going to start to protect your peace. And what are some of the things that you can do when you do start feeling guilty for protecting your peace? Can you listen to something motivating, reading a book, talking to a therapist, talking to your best friend, having that tough conversation with the person you're protecting your peace from and hoping that they will understand? And even if they don't, being proud that you were able to stand up for yourself and being proud at the person that you are and being able to be vulnerable and say, hey, I need this from you, or I no longer can do this for you because I have to show up for me. And that is okay. Showing up for you is okay. It's important. It's necessary for the growth, for your mental, for the people around you, for your loved ones, your children. When you're happy and you're healthy, it translates to everything. It does. It really does. When you wonder how those people just walk around and they act like, oh, life is this, life is bliss. Something happens and they're still like, oh, that's okay. We're just going to keep moving and grooving. That's because those people have come up with ways to channel negativity in their life, challenges in their life, hurt and pain. It's not to say that they don't go through challenges. It's not to say that they've learned how to eliminate emotion. It's about them learning how to survive, navigate challenges, uplift themselves in challenges, and continue to keep moving along their journey, knowing that this one monkey won't stop no show. The destination is still ahead. The journey is still moving. Happiness is around the corner. Love is around the corner. Growth is around the corner. Peace is around the corner. When you know that you can change your life by just changing a little switch in your head, watch how all of the other things in your life start to transition and translate. Again, you can't stop what happens in your life, trauma, people being mean, or whatever. But what you can do is you can channel your energy. You can protect your peace. You can set boundaries. You can come up with ways to make yourself feel better in times where you can't control your outcomes, your solution. You can't control the outcomes of the world. You can control how your little world looks. You can control how you see the world around you. So protect your peace at all costs. Before not protecting your peace costs you everything. Before people pleasing costs you everything. Before pouring from an empty cup costs you everything. Protect yourself. Love yourself. And most importantly, never give up on yourself because you are the captain of your own ship, directing your own path. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I hope this video left you with something to think about, some things to change, some new perspective. I hope that my Wellness Wednesday videos are something you look forward to because I look forward to creating them every week for you. So again, guys, thank you so much. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that post bell notification so you're updated every time I upload a new video. And I'm just so grateful that you guys are here. Thank you again for tuning in. I love all the support. And I'm just so happy that I can be able to share these messages with you and it be received. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I will catch you in my next one. Bye.